Welcome, listener. Today, you are about to step into a mirror that reflects the raw, unfiltered truth of human behavior. This is not a place for comfort or fantasy. This is not another motivational pep talk or a glossy Instagram version of life. Here, you will confront the hidden mechanics that shape every choice, every betrayal, every fleeting moment of triumph and despair in your life. Picture yourself standing before a door, heavy, iron-bound, with carvings that twist like ancient scripts. Few dare to open it. Beyond it lies the true world, the world of human nature. Behind every smile, every handshake, every casual comment is a force, subtle yet relentless, shaping destinies. Once you step through, you cannot unsee it. Your relationships, your work, your love, your fears, your own decisions, all will appear in their true light. By the end of this journey, you will see through the illusions. You will understand why people betray, manipulate, or fall silent when you need them most. You will comprehend why you sabotage yourself just when victory is near. You will discover the patterns that silently govern your life, and how to take control. Now, breathe, open your mind, listen carefully. You are not just learning today, you are awakening. Law 1. The law of irrationality. Humans are emotional, not logical. We like to think of ourselves as rational beings. We pride ourselves on reason, on logic, on carefully calculated choices. We believe we buy what we need, date who makes sense, make investments that are smart. But the truth, humans are wildly irrational. Consider Alex, a young professional in Manhattan. He walks past a luxury watch store, not because he needs a $15,000 timepiece, but because owning it will make him feel successful. He convinces himself it's a rational investment, a future heirloom, but deep inside, it's ego, fear, and desire pushing him. Humans are driven by emotions, fear, jealousy, pride, desire, and the constant, quiet whisper of insecurity. We interpret the world not as it is, but as we feel it. Someone brags on Instagram. Our gut tells us they're showing off. Someone doesn't text back. We feel rejected. The danger is that we justify our reactions. Anger becomes justice. Jealousy becomes concern. Anxiety becomes awareness. Solution. Emotional mastery starts with awareness. Pause. Ask yourself, am I reacting to reality, or to my inner storm? If a coworker ignores your email, breathe before you assume insult. If your partner doesn't call, resist the urge to panic. The most powerful people aren't those who manipulate others, they are those who master themselves first. Law 2. The law of narcissism. Everyone is self-absorbed. Not all narcissists are extreme, manipulative show-offs. Most of us carry a quiet narcissism, the habit of seeing life through our own lens. From childhood, we are trained to focus on me, my needs, my dreams. Even when we listen, our thoughts wander. When is my turn? How does this affect me? Why am I invisible here? In Los Angeles, Emma, a rising filmmaker, attends a networking event. Everyone appears engaged, nodding and laughing, but she notices something. Most conversations are little more than silent battles for attention. People are listening with one ear, thinking with another. Solution. Empathy is the antidote. Not fake empathy, real, deep understanding. Ask, what is this person feeling? What pressures shape them? If a stranger shouts at you, pause. Maybe their frustration isn't about you. Maybe it's about debt, health, heartbreak. Empathy doesn't mean weakness, it means seeing deeper, staying calm, and gaining subtle power that cannot be bought. Law 3. The law of role-playing. Everyone is pretending. Every person you meet wears a mask. From childhood, society teaches us, smile, even when you're sad. Act confident, even when you're terrified. The result, most of life is performance, not reality. Take Daniel, a top lawyer in Chicago. In court, he is calm, charming, seemingly flawless. But behind closed doors, he battles insecurity and resentment. His partner thinks he's perfect, but he hides fear and frustration under a veneer of control. Solution. Observe patterns, not performances. Watch how people act when tired, stressed, or unseen. Words can be lies, behavior rarely is. Your coworker praises you publicly but ignores your success privately. That's the mask slipping. Learning to read human behavior is the first defense against manipulation, and the first step toward unshakable emotional power. Law 4. The law of compulsive behavior. Humans repeat the same mistakes. Solution: observe yourself without judgment. Ask, what recurring mistakes haunt me? What am I running from? Awareness is the first step toward breaking free. Each broken pattern you confront is a victory not just for today, but for your future self. Law 5. The law of covetousness. People want what they cannot have. Desire isn't logical. Humans don't crave what's safe or attainable, they chase mystery, distance, and fantasy. Think of Michael, a tech executive in San Francisco. He ignores loyal friends and pursues a colleague who's aloof and unavailable. He buys limited edition gadgets not because he needs them, but because scarcity makes them irresistible. Desire thrives on. Solution: recognize the illusion. Pull back from endless chasing. Ask, am I pursuing this because it's right, or because it's forbidden? True maturity is choosing what nurtures your soul, not what simply excites your ego. Law 6. The law of short-sightedness. Living for today at the expense of tomorrow. Humans are drawn to immediacy. We crave instant gratification, forgetting that every choice echoes into the future. This is the law that ruins fortunes, relationships, and health alike. Take Jessica, a young professional in Miami. She knows she should save for retirement, yet every month she splurges on designer shoes, the latest iPhone, and weekend trips. She feels momentary pleasure, but when bills arrive, panic sets in. Or consider Mark, a talented writer in Boston. He quits projects halfway because the results don't appear fast enough, abandoning potential masterpieces for fleeting comfort. Short-sightedness isn't laziness, it's emotional impatience. Fear of discomfort today outweighs vision for tomorrow. Solution: train yourself to weigh long-term impact. Ask, will this choice serve me in a year? 5 years? 10? Build a habit of delayed gratification. Skip the impulse buy. Finish the project even if the excitement has faded. Real power lies not in fleeting wins, but in consistent choices that compound over time. Law 7. Resistance to growth. Humans resist change. Even when the path forward is clear, the mind clings to familiarity, pain, and ego. Most arguments, failed relationships, and stagnant careers are rooted in defensiveness. Picture Tom, a seasoned manager in Seattle. His industry is shifting fast, yet he refuses to adopt new software, clinging to old methods. His employees struggle while he insists, "I've always done it this way." Defensiveness shields the ego but prevents growth. Even more personal, consider Leah, who receives constructive feedback on her writing. She immediately feels attacked, rejecting advice that could transform her craft.
Solution: recognize defensiveness as a signal, not a flaw. When you feel threatened, pause. Ask, is this criticism or an opportunity? Am I afraid of change, or afraid of being wrong? Strength lies in openness. The most powerful people are those who can hear hard truths, integrate them, and rise stronger. Law 8.
The law of self-sabotage. When you become your own enemy. One of the cruelest truths of human nature is that we often destroy our own success. Fear, limiting beliefs, and old stories trap us in cycles of failure. Consider Daniel, an aspiring entrepreneur in Chicago. He launches a business with great promise, but every time he hits a milestone, he procrastinates, loses focus, or doubts himself. He tells himself, "I'm not ready," or, "This isn't my path." Self-sabotage often disguises itself as rationality. We delay, distract, and avoid because deep down, success feels unfamiliar or dangerous. Solution: change your internal narrative. Ask, what beliefs keep me small? Which fears arise when I move forward? Affirm, I am not my past. I am not my fear. I am capable. Start with small wins. Keep promises to yourself. Success isn't about perfection, it's about refusing to stand in your own way. Law 9. The law of repression. What you hide will control you. Every unprocessed emotion is a ticking time bomb. Anger, shame, grief, and fear, buried in the unconscious, shape behavior in subtle but destructive ways. Consider Rachel, a teacher in Atlanta. Abandoned by her father, she never spoke of it. Years later, she struggles to trust men, sabotages relationships, and overreacts to minor slights. Her repression manifests as unconscious control over her adult life. Or Michael, bullied as a child, channels hidden rage into over-competitiveness, obsessively seeking validation through wins that never truly satisfy. Solution: face your hidden emotions. Write, speak, or reflect on them. Allow yourself to cry, to acknowledge pain, to release old stories. Healing is not weakness, it's empowerment. The emotionally strongest people are not those who never feel, they are those who feel deeply, process fully, and rise. Solution: face your hidden emotions. Write, speak, or reflect on them. Allow yourself to cry, to acknowledge pain, to release old stories. Healing is not weakness, it's empowerment. The emotionally strongest people are not those who never feel, they are those who feel deeply, process fully, and rise. Law 10. The law of envy. Silent poison. Envy is subtle, quiet, and often comes from unexpected places. Close friends, colleagues, even family can harbor envy while smiling in your face. Take Samantha, a rising star in Los Angeles tech scene. She notices colleagues subtly undermining her ideas, imitating her work, or minimizing her achievements. They aren't overtly malicious, they are envious. Their hidden resentment is a quiet poison, destabilizing trust and relationships. Envy rarely speaks, it acts. Coldness, criticism, and passive-aggressive behavior are its signature. Solution: first, protect your boundaries. You don't need everyone's approval. Observe energy, not just words. Second, transform envy within yourself. Everyone feels it, use it as motivation rather than bitterness. Ask, what can I learn from others' success? How can I apply it to grow my own path? By turning envy into admiration, you convert a hidden threat into Law 11. The law of grandiosity. Success can blind you. Success is intoxicating. The higher you climb, the more you begin to believe in your own invincibility. Confidence turns into arrogance, caution into recklessness. Consider Jonathan, a venture capitalist in Silicon Valley. Early successes convince him he is untouchable. He ignores advice, takes reckless risks, and surrounds himself with yes men. For a while, everything works, but one miscalculated investment wipes out millions, exposing the fragility beneath the illusion of invincibility. Solution: stay grounded. Success is a lens, not a mirror. Celebrate achievements, but continuously self-reflect. Seek counsel from those unafraid to challenge you. The truly powerful balance ambition with humility. Law 12.
The law of generational influence. We carry hidden legacies. Every human is influenced by the invisible hand of family, culture, and history. Our fears, habits, and beliefs often aren't ours, they are inherited. Maria, an artist in New Orleans, struggles with fear of failure. She believes it's personal, but reflection reveals a generational pattern. Her grandparents survived economic hardship by avoiding risk. The inherited story shaped her subconscious, steering her decisions and limiting her potential.
Solution: trace patterns in your family history. Identify inherited fears, limiting beliefs, and repeated mistakes. Awareness allows you to rewrite your personal narrative, breaking cycles and creating freedom that previous generations never had. Law 13. The law of group conformity. The tyranny of the many. Humans are wired to belong. Social proof, peer pressure, and the desire for acceptance can override rational judgment. Think about corporate culture in a major New York advertising firm. Employees silently agree with flawed strategies because everyone else does. Innovation dies, mistakes multiply, and morale suffers. The fear of standing out is stronger than the desire for excellence. Even in daily life, conformity shapes behavior. The trends we follow, the political opinions we adopt, the brands we buy. Solution. Cultivate independent thinking. Pause before following the crowd. Ask, am I choosing this because it aligns with my values, or because everyone else is doing it? Strength lies in measured individuality, not rebellion for its own sake, but awareness and self-direction. Law 14. The law of deception. Reality is often masked. People lie, omit, and manipulate, not always maliciously, but to protect ego, gain advantage, or maintain comfort. Deception is everywhere, in boardrooms, friendships, politics, even romance. Take Emily, a journalist in Washington, D.C. Politicians promise transparency, yet subtle lies and half-truths shape policies and perceptions. People rarely admit their true motives, yet their hidden agendas drive outcomes. Solution. Learn to read between the lines. Words are cheap, actions reveal reality. Look for consistency, patterns, and follow through. Question narratives without cynicism, and protect yourself by trusting verified behavior over proclaimed intentions. Law 15. Mastery of self. The ultimate power. All the laws, insights, and strategies converge into one ultimate truth. True power lies in mastery of self. Without control over your emotions, desires, and actions, knowledge of human nature alone is insufficient. Consider Alex, a tech entrepreneur in Austin. He understands manipulation, envy, and short-sightedness in others, but his business flounders until he learns to pause, reflect, and act strategically. Mastery of self allowed him to navigate chaos, inspire teams, and thrive under pressure. Solution. Daily self-awareness practices, reflection, meditation, journaling, strengthen emotional intelligence. Commit to continuous improvement, accept vulnerability, and cultivate resilience. Mastery of self is not perfection, it is conscious, deliberate alignment of thought, emotion, and action. Now, imagine standing once again before that heavy iron door. You have stepped through. You have seen human nature stripped bare, its illusions, compulsions, fears, and desires. You have confronted envy, repression, and self-sabotage. You have witnessed grandiosity, conformity, and deception. And you have glimpsed the ultimate power, mastery of self. The world you return to is the same, but you are not. You see patterns where others see chaos. You act with awareness where others react blindly. You protect your energy, value your time, and choose connections and opportunities with precision. This is not a path of comfort. It is a path of truth. It is raw, sometimes brutal, but infinitely liberating. You now understand the hidden forces shaping every choice, every relationship, every ambition. And with understanding comes control. You are now armed not just with knowledge, but with insight, strategy, and awareness. You can navigate life with clarity, avoid manipulation, and pursue what truly matters. Remember, mastery of life begins within. The world is full of masks, illusions, and chaos, but those who see clearly, act wisely, and control themselves are unstoppable. Step forward. Observe, learn, adapt, thrive. You have awakened.